baseball fans? Welcome back to another episode, the first episode with real baseball, meaningful baseball being played. I almost said paid. Welcome to Diamond in the Rough. A couple of rough-looking guys talking about much better-looking guys on a baseball diamond, much like the guy Shohei Ohtani behind me. Not gonna lie, man, I'm a straight man, but Shohei Ohtani, dude, looking pretty damn good on that mound the other day. All right, before we get into it, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at DIR Podcast. If you guys are listening on Spotify, make sure to check us out over on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I think we're kind of big time now. We almost have 60 subscribers. I'm just saying, man. John Boy Media, watch out. Yeah, right. So we got our YouTube, our Spotify. I am NMR Sports. I'm here with my boys McMiller42 and the newest actual content creator, NickTheriault of Theriault Gaming. Welcome into the stream today, or the stream. We're not streaming this one. Sorry, I know I'm trash. Welcome into the recording of this episode.
No, I just meant podcast. I know JPro didn't mean to do this, but I sent Nick just a very short, brief concept of his logo that I made to send to JPro, and JPro fucking posted the old logo on Twitter for no reason. No reason. It was just an idea, and I was like, he's just absolutely roasting me right now. He didn't tag me in it, but I outed myself. But
yeah, I saw it. I was like, yeah, you did. This thing pop up from?
No, because I went on Canva and I was like I thought of the idea, so I went on Canva and just threw it together real quick and sent it to Nick to see if he liked it. I was like, yeah, just send this to JPro.
I thought he went on Fiverr. I thought he went on Fiverr and went to the free section.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, well, I said our names. I'm NMR Sports. You can find me on YouTube and Twitch at NMR Sports. Instagram and Twitter didn't like that, so just add a 30 to NMR Sports. My boy Mick Miller, where can we find you at?
McMiller42. Unlike NMR, I prepare for these kinds of things, and I get a unique username. So that's McMiller42 on all platforms: YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Sorry, my name doesn't sound like Ronald McDonald. I guess Mac Miller, but still.
Mac Miller.
Ronald McDonald. McMiller. I'd like a large McMiller, please.
Fair. Watch out, Charlie D'Amelio. I'm coming after you.
He's going to be famous someday.
That's true. During baseball season, they got the McMiller meal.
Exactly.
Everyone just pulls up to the hall, and they pull up to the one more time. They pull up to the McDonald's order box, and they just go, I like a McMiller.
What the fuck?
Oh, you're such an asshole. You're such an asshole.
Voice crack. The voice crack combo.
The voice crack combo.
I'll take the McMiller, and they're like, would you like to add a voice crack to that?
Damn.
Just get a little recording and like a little stuffed thing. Just be like, voice crack. Oh my god.
I love it.
Funny. Well, I'm glad to see that we're having fun on our first podcast with just the three of us again in about 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Getting back to our roots. So it all started.
Thurlot, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. It's my new Instagram, Theriault Gaming 12, THERIAULT, and Twitter and Twitch at NickTheriault 12, THERIAULT.
There we go.
Good stuff, man. Exciting stuff.
Yes, sir.
Never a dull moment on the Diamond in the Rough podcast.
Has there ever been?
Now, yeah, right? Now, speaking of no dull moments, I think it's a really good segue into explaining what we're going to talk about and how we're going to talk about it. I was going to segue straight into the AL West because there were 0 dull moments there. As an Angels fan, I'm going to be covering the American League and National League West. We're going to talk about each of the teams, what they did right, what they did wrong, how they're looking right now, and should their fans be panicked or not. We'll overreact a little bit to the first 3 or 4 games, depending on what team you're a fan of. Nick is a Royals fan, so he'll cover the Central Divisions, and my boy Mick is a Yankees fan, so he'll cover the East. Sorry, anybody in the National League. We just don't like your league, so you'll get some not-so-expert opinions there, but we'll try our best.
Just full disclosure to the audience, I wasn't fully aware what we were going to do before I hit the record button, so
yeah, me too.
I'm going to be winging this just a little bit.
We're just a couple of guys being dudes, you know.
Just like before we jump into all of it, I called Vladdy Jr. MVP redemption season back in January. I need both of your credit for that. And Shane Bieber ended up having a decent start, but he did give up 3 runs to the Tigers. So I'll take a little bit of credit.
In the middle of fucking snowstorm. Jesus Christ, what are they doing playing in a blizzard?
Hit an opposite field nuke at Detroit in the snow.
That was absolutely beautiful.
And I couldn't even see the ball. I'm not even sure it went out. It might have just got lost in the snow. What if the snow went away and they were just like, oh shit, is that Miguel Cabrera's home run ball?
It wasn't a no doubter per se, but it definitely wasn't a wall scraper either.
Yeah,
but you gotta give the guys some credit. 12 strikeouts in the fucking blizzard conditions there.
Imagine
at least for the first.
In that condition, hitting is way harder than pitching in the snow.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
You're like, yeah, was that just a big ass snowflake?
Yeah, but the umpire can't see it as well as the hitters can. So what if he doesn't know, was that a fucking piece of snow way out there? I don't know.
Dude, the umpires don't know the strike zone in the first place. It could be the middle of July and 90.
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
It's a lot harder to pitch. It's hard to do both. It's hard to do both, especially when you're facing a world-class guy like Miguel Cabrera. And it was only that snowy for like the first half of the first inning. It got better.
It wasn't snowy for long.
But I was so fucking close to calling that Sanchez and Judge were gonna homer, but Sanchez did homer. Gary Sanchez redemption tour also.
I thought you did.
So
I thought you called that on Twitter.
No, I said I'm so confident that Gary and Judge are gonna both homer today that it's basically already. But Judge didn't homer, unfortunately. He did homer in the game that's going on as we record this, though, as the underdog New York Yankees defeat the greatest team ever, Baltimore Orioles. So that's gonna be part of our overreaction pod, I suppose.
Wild. Oh, without a doubt. So who wants? Where do we want to start at?
Maybe start from the East divisions to the West.
The East is the best of it. The East is the best coast, so we can jump there.
I mean, I live on the East Coast, but they don't have as good of as exciting of baseball games. I can tell you that.
That's
much.
Facts. That's true.
For now,
with the Orioles and the Rays the
Orioles are just running away with that division. At this point.
Until the Phillies and the Orioles play in the World Series, then obviously the East Coast is going to have the best games.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Toronto play a lot because they played my Yankees, and I've watched some of the Yankee game. I haven't seen them all. And of course, I was watching highlights of the Red Sox forgetting how to play baseball and sending their Double-A team out there against the Baltimore Orioles. Some overreactions, I would say. Bobby Dahlbeck is a bust. Gary Sanchez is winning the MVP. And John Means is a potential Cy Young Award winner. So that's pretty much those are some definitely overreactions that you could say. Julian Mayweather, reliever of the year. Or Merriweather, not Mayweather. I'm trying to think of other stuff that happened.
Yeah. Well, just give us a general overlook, like how these teams did, because a lot of people listening maybe didn't catch all 3 of the Red Sox. Ass
so
kickings, I don't even know.
Just a standings up, like I said, there are games going on right now. A lot. It's 8:00 East Coast time where we're at. So a lot of games are going on right now. Shut up, Nick. And so as of right now, this is pretty much all going to be different if you're listening to this in the morning on your car ride to work, or just vibing in bed watching us and seeing our pretty faces. But right now, the Orioles are 3-0, currently losing to, like I said, the 4th place underdog New York Yankees. At the moment, it is. I won't do this for every game, but at the moment, the bases are loaded, the Yankees are hitting, and it's 1-0 Yankees. Blue Jays beat the Yankees in the opening weekend series, 2-1. I mean, in that series, Randall Grichuk performed well, as he always does against the Yankees. I hate Randall Grichuk with a burning passion. The Yankees' bats definitely went silent. A lot of the pitchers for the Blue Jays definitely pitched. They overperformed what they're supposed to for this season. It could be just, it's the opening weekend, so that probably will balance out. The Yankees hitters will get better. Blue Jays pitchers will probably get a little worse, but so far, our guy Kevin God, or Kevin God. I always say Kevin God in my head. He tweeted out. He was like,
Kevin God.
The Blue Jays pitching has been elite, and then he was like, I'm going to say this while I can because Tanner Roark is pitching tomorrow, so that's going to end.
It is
fair. Yeah. At least he's not pitching against the Yankees. And then Tampa Bay is 2-1 as of right now. They're currently playing the Red Sox though, so they're basically 3-1. They took 2 games from the Marlins. Tyler Glasnow kind of told all of us to shut the fuck up about him being overrated. He pitched
he was
well.
He was great.
He was consistently throwing 100. He added that third pitch that he desperately needed. So I
mean, he didn't walk anybody.
He didn't walk anybody either. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I was ready to be wrong about him being overrated, but I thought going into the season he was overrated. Like I said, the Yankees, they're 1-2 right now. Lost 2 of 3 from the Blue Jays. Cole pitched pretty well. Kluber pitched pretty well, and then Domingo Germán didn't pitch very well. Gave up 3 runs in 4 innings.
I will say, as a Corey Kluber fantasy owner, he had the worst fantasy baseball pitching performance he could have possibly had, while still having almost quality start.
Yeah,
I think he gave up
1 run in 4 innings or something.
1 run. Yeah, but he had 6 walks and 4 hits, so it literally canceled out. I got nothing from his start.
Yeah, he pitched out of trouble a lot, but he looked okay for his first start in nearly 2 years. And then of course the Red Sox, their pitching is as bad as we projected it to be. I look like kind of an idiot if you haven't listened to or just listened to the AL East projection video. I was like, yeah, this Red Sox
grand slam.
No way, dude.
Stan just hit a monster grand slam, bro. Oh my god.
Let's go.
What?
Giancarlo Stanton onto the concourse. Bro, I miss live baseball so much.
Oh my god. Yeah,
me too, man.
Let's go.
I think it's his first hit of the year.
No.
His first hit of the year.
No, but his OPS just from that grand slam jumped up from a measly 167. So now his OPS is 594 because of that grand slam.
Oh.
If you think Stanton's a bad hitter because of this past weekend, please don't be your typical.
Stan literally just saved himself. He just saved himself from scrutiny from our podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. He was able to knock Jorge Lopez out of the game, which is nice. And then we have the actual reincarnation of Babe Ruth against the Orioles, Gleyber Torres coming to bat. So it's basically 7-0 already.
Incoming dinger.
Yeah. All right. So this in the if fans, obviously, like we said, you know your teams better than we do sometimes. So unless you're a Yankee fan, don't be dumb.
Sometimes.
So especially in if I missed anything from the Orioles Red Sox games or anything like that, let me know in the comments down below, please. Or if you're listening on Spotify, just DM me. But in the East Division
game yesterday,
go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I just want to elaborate a little bit deeper. The Orioles Red Sox game yesterday, they put up 10 and they still left 33 runners on base. So they literally were not even clutch at all.
Is that a real is that actually real?
Seriously?
So basically it means say if the bases were loaded and there's nobody out and all 3 of those guys got out, that's 9 runners left on base. So when you add up all 9 innings, they left 33 runners on base.
Holy shit.
Obviously, it wasn't actually 33 base runners individually, but that means there were 33 opportunities to knock runners in.
Okay.
And they missed all 33 of those, but they still put up 10 double-digit runs because that's how bad the Red Sox pitching staff is. Look at the game yesterday. 33 runners left on base.
No, this says team left on base 14. That's
No, I read 33 yesterday.
I thought you were talking about the Red Sox and their offense. I didn't know you were talking about the Orioles.
No, the Orioles. This says 14
wow.
on base.
I mean, they still won 11-4.
I literally saw this yesterday.
No, dude, MLB.com. Go to the box score on MLB.com. Promise you.
I promise you it said 33 this morning.
No, I mean, I believe you, but right now it says, I was just curious. I wanted to see it. And
33 seems like a bit much. 33 seems like a bit much.
That's why I was mind blown by it. Yeah, and Cedric Mullins went 5 for 5 in that game too.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get the top score too.
It says 33 right here.
Where?
33 in the box score. In the box score. So it says left on base, Mancini with 6, Santander with 3, Mountcastle with 5, Ruiz with 7, Franco with 3, Galvis with 4, Cisco with 4. Even Pat Valaika had a runner left on base. I don't know. It says total 33 right there.
Wow.
Yeah, and the Red Sox had 10 left on base. I don't know where you're not seeing that. You literally just go to box score at the end of the boch score in the left on base column.
All right, I'm gonna pick it up.
Mine says team left on base 14. It's not that I don't believe you. I hope you believe what I'm saying. I just don't see 33.
All right, man. I just wanted to bring that up.
Send me a picture. Send me a picture right now of the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm legitimately doing that.
Yeah, send it in the group chat because I don't see it either.
Yeah. Legitimately right here.
Was it yesterday's game?
This is yesterday's game, Sunday, 11 to whatever victory, 11-3 victory. Mancini was 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 5 is 14. So just the top 3 hitters.
No, it says 14.
I see what he's saying.
It says 33.
I see what he's saying.
Left on base.
Totals 33. Yeah.
Yes.
That's whack.
Yeah.
Why does it
33 runners left on base,
14, and then the total is 30?
I know where you're seeing. Yeah, I see where you're seeing that. But
doesn't make any sense.
It is total 33 because they're talking like how many actual physical runners. It was 14. But when you talk about how many players had opportunities, that's when it adds up to 33.
Oh, okay.
So that's how
fucking. Yeah, that makes sense because at the bottom of the box score it says LOB 14.
Yeah.
Yes, I see that. But
he just meant like because if Mancini was up and he left the runner on base, and then Santander was up and he left the runner on base, that counts as 2 runners. Even though it's the same runner. I didn't understand that at first. I never claimed to be the sharpest. I was kind of confused.
Diamond in the rough. An emphasis on rough. Diamond in the caps lock. Rough.
Diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
We get some sound bites like that.
Yeah.
Diamond in the rough. Yeah.
Clip it. Where's the intern at? The intern that always messes up.
Yeah, where's the intern? Yeah, so obviously Yankees. If we could rework the division, probably Yankees and Red Sox fighting for that bottom spot, and then Orioles and Rays, man. I'll be honest though, legitimately talking, the Rays look really good, except for that last game. I don't know what happened where they allowed like 12 runs against the Marlins. Their pitching staff looked absolutely lights out. Yarbrough had a scoreless start. Obviously, Glass now mowed down, and the Marlins, they were putting up some, like they were hitting. It's not like they were facing an incompetent franchise, like say the Royals were facing last week, but. I didn't say the Royals. I said the Royals were facing the Texas Rangers.
Oh. You're talking about an incompetent franchise that can't hit. Not to segue too early, but the Atlanta Braves.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. So I feel like we kind of talked some of this stuff into existence, like reverse psychology. Because just like real quick, if you haven't been on if you haven't been on baseball Twitter, like I know the 3 of us have, the Phillies and the Orioles are playing in the World Series. Just book it, confirm it, and it's basically already happened. The Phillies are 3-0. They swept the bottom-feeding Atlanta Braves over the weekend. And this one's, I forgot, this division's easier to recap because the Mets and the Nationals didn't play over the weekend because of COVID.
Yeah.
The Mets are playing right now. I'm sure a lot of people are watching that one. And then, of course, in second place, the 1-2 Miami Marlins. I told you they weren't bottom feeders.
Third place team, baby.
What did I?
Third place team.
I didn't call them fifth place team. I think I called them fourth.
Yeah, because didn't you say the Phillies were going to get fifth? Or no?
Yeah.
No, I think you said the Nationals.
Yeah, I think you did say the Nationals.
Wait, yeah, you did say the Nationals. And speaking of the Nationals, they lost, apparently they have 7 people who have COVID now, and a couple of people have close contact with those people.
But I think they're supposed to play tomorrow, and I know Juan Soto, Max Scherzer, those guys don't have it. So
yeah. Well, they have to call up more guys to play.
Yeah. I mean, we went through this last year, and it's probably going to happen a few more times at some point this year, realistically.
I don't doubt it. Especially in Texas.
So close, so.
Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about it too much, but, again, if you're not actively participating in Twitter and just, baseball in general or the news, Texas Rangers had a 100% capacity, no masks required game against the actually, no, I think masks are required, but they're not enforced.
I will say that $4 ticket price is pretty tempting, though.
Oh yeah,
$4 ticket.
I'm not. I just think we don't have to talk about the politics of it, but that it's a thing that happened when most stadiums are at about 20% capacity and
30% at most for other teams.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
the Rangers
that are 100. So again, we don't have to talk about it, but it is a thing that happened. I'm just gonna real quick try and go over some of the top performers in these divisions. JD Martinez is the only bright spot for the Red Sox so far. He's starting that bounce back campaign that I think most of us figured he was going to have. Cedric Mullins, former top prospect, has become the best player in baseball, hitting a cool casual 600. He's already got 9 hits, went 5 for 5 against the Red Sox the other day. Randall Grichuk, like I said, I mean, that guy is Willie Mays against the Yankees. Unfortunately, it's awful. Starling Marte's off to a decent start. I'm trying to think if there's anyone that I'm missing. Austin Meadows went deep a couple times against the Rays. Oh, nice. And Vladdy Jr.
Jared Cooper looks pretty good.
Yeah. But Vladdy Jr. He's winning the MVP. I've said it for months now.
We both have.
I built the bandwagon. I drive the bandwagon, and I do not want anyone to accuse me of anything other than that. That's all I need. That's all I need from this year.
Just Vladdy as MVP. I'll be happy.
Don't make it so my Yankees are bad, please.
Yeah, just hit nukes against other teams, just not the Yankees.
Exactly.
Just like Scan said in the last podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, these were pretty interesting. I'm thoroughly curious about the Braves. Like I know they're gonna get better at some point, but my God, dude, how can an offense that's that good look that bad against the Phillies? I understand the top two. I understand the top 2 starters are pretty good. Aaron Nola is good enough to shut you out. That's fine.
Yeah.
Zach Wheeler is good enough to maybe pitch an outing where he gives up like 2 or 3 earned runs. But their bullpen, at least you got to put up some runs on that. Did they get any? I mean, they got 2 arms this offseason.
They got Alvarado and Archie Bradley.
Didn't they get I thought they got one more.
No, Archie Bradley and Jorge Alvarado. And Matt Moore. Matt Moore.
Yeah. I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
He's actually starting right now against DeGrom.
Brandon Kinsler's also, they picked him up. I don't know if he made the opening day roster, though. Let me check.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He signed a minor league contract. I remember that from
They cut ties with Tony Watson, who's now on
the Angels.
He's on a team now, so we don't have to talk about that, though.
He's on a
team. Damn good. Is that the guy who had a sub-3 ERA last year with 23-plus appearances? I think that's Tony Watson.
How do you get cut from the Phillies bullpen? That's my question.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll take it, man. He hasn't given I don't even know if he gave up a hit for us yet. He's looked damn good for us.
Yeah, but the fact that the Phillies needed a left-handed pitcher and a good one, along with Alvarado, doesn't make sense that they wouldn't keep him.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't know either. I understand Cishek getting released.
Yeah.
And us picking him up, but no, honestly, Watson's looked good. Yeah, so what were you saying about the East, Nick?
Brandon Kinsler is on the team. That's what I was looking up. I just needed to know if I was right.
Also, I got a question for you guys. Did you guys hear anything about Shane Green? Has he been picked up yet?
Nope.
Seriously?
Shane Green is unemployed.
Same with Edwin Encarnacion. He's unemployed too.
Yep. Some teams got to have some injury and pick him up. The Braves could use a guy like that.
I think so.
Like a bench bet at this point.
Yeah, because they do need depth with their bench. Because, like we said on past episodes, we're not high on their bench. Like, obviously, we're high on their lineup, but on their bench, I don't even know.
Pablo Sandoval hit a 2-run homer, and that's more than their entire lineup has produced in 3 games.
That's true. And they got rid of Jake Lamb, too, so they don't have that.
Yeah. No, there's been some crazy shuffling around. When I was watching Angels White Sox, Billy Hamilton came out of the dugout, and I was like, where the fuck did this man come from?
I thought he was on the Indians.
I thought he was in the minor leagues. Well, the Reds picked him up last I heard.
I thought he was on the Indians. I'm pretty sure he was there, but...
Yeah, I don't know. It's thoroughly confusing. But when it comes to the East, National League East at least...
Well, I was just gonna I kind of like I said, I recapped the standings. 2 of the teams didn't even play, so there's not much to talk about there. But like, I mentioned some overreactions. Like, are there anything you could give me like a fake overreaction if you want to? But like, is there anything that you're like seriously taking away from that?
Fuck what I said about the AL East. The Rays are so good. Their lineup's so good too. Joey Wendell is a stud.
Oh, dude, I love Joey Wendell.
Randy Arozarena has been producing on a very minute level, but he's still there. Wander Franco's still in the minor leagues. There's literally, there's so much to be excited about.
I tried to tell you that. You were like, the Rays are a fourth place team. And
they're not.
Scan and I were like, false.
They're at least a second place team. That's their ceiling.
Yeah, at this point, no, their ceiling's definitely first place.
Their ceiling
if the Yankees play as bad as they played this weekend and the Rays play as good as they played last weekend, it's going to be very interesting to see the season shake out. Like, I don't know. Hot starts are an interesting thing. Because didn't I'm trying to think teams like I think it was 2 years ago the Mariners got off to one of the hottest starts in baseball. They were like 14-3, and then they didn't even come close to making the playoffs.
Yeah. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is the first time in 18 years they might make it." Not a chance.
Probably not. Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
So it's interesting.
We're Mariners fans.
Like in terms of the Yankees, like obviously they're winning 6-0 right now. The Yankees always suck on opening day and opening weekend. Like from what I remember, like they never win on opening day, and it's so frustrating. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Yes, I tweet about their records for 3 games are like really bad. I don't think they've ever gone 2-1 in like the last 10 years or something.
Who?
The Yankees.
Yeah,
I saw a tweet about it that was like they're always 1-3.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, no, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
They never start off like in the first series. They always suck. I don't know why. And then they get to play the Orioles, and we're all good. But
I mean, as long as they bounce back, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Sweep the Orioles, and they're right back. Like they'll have the hype and the momentum and all that shit, and they'll be ready to go.
Ooh, MVP.
Yeah.
Gary Sanchez is out to play right now, so that's nice. But another like actual takeaway, like along with the Rays being fucking great, the Red Sox pitching as bad as I tried to say it was. Like I know they have Chris Sale and Eduardo Rodriguez coming back at some point, but outside of those guys, I mean, they made the Orioles look like a top 3 team in baseball.
Well, that's not 100% true. Eovaldi pitched pretty well. Their bullpen pitched pretty well on opening day too. They just legitimately didn't hit. I think they put up like 2 hits against John Means.
Yeah, it was two hits through 6 innings.
Yeah, so it wasn't awful until honestly the second game wasn't that bad either. It was the last game where they just fucking imploded on themselves.
Yeah,
like when you go that many runs. I don't know. I don't remember what game 2 was like exactly.
Game 2 was 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2. That's
Tanner,
their offense should be able to win that game.
Tanner, throw up Noise Hauk, pitched pretty well, and then it was 3-0 in game 1. So
yeah, so it's not like they imploded until the last game. Garrett Richards looked disgustingly terrible, and then their bullpen made it even worse. So
has Garrett Richards gotten the IL yet? Because he will
soon.
No, not yet.
Soon.
You see his mustache too?
Yeah,
gross mustache.
Oh yeah, that was really weird.
Facial hair, but my god, dude, this man.
I mean, ours are pretty good.
I don't even know if you'd call it facial hair.
Our facial hair is pretty good.
Yeah, I trimmed mine pretty recently. I just have some spots in mine, dude. I got some like empty spots that just won't grow.
That's my problem too. It's just right here.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, the AL East wasn't, or the Eastern divisions weren't that crazy this week, were they?
No, I think it's more of the Central divisions that are crazy. I think the Central divisions are a little bit crazy.
I think it's definitely the Western divisions, but we'll talk about it in a sec.
I was gonna say, unless like I think those are the main takeaways are like it is opening weekend. Like a lot of the stuff we just said is kind of overreact. Other than the Rays, like it's kind of overreactions.
Yeah,
you know, it's one series, but it's good for the getting off to a hot start is nice. It helps like just get into the season well. Yeah, so don't overreact, but there is a lot of good takeaways from this. Now I'll hand it off to you, NickTheriault 12. If you want to MC our Central Division recap.
I'm so happy that you said my middle name correctly. That made me really happy, man.
What's your middle name?
Antonio Garcia.
Antonio Garcia.
Wait, when did I say Antonio Garcia?
No, he was just asking what my middle name was.
Oh. I was like, you said, I'm so glad you said my middle name correctly.
No, I said last name.
No, you said middle name.
I think you meant
I said last name.
But he You meant last name, but you said middle name. All right, it's not important, but it's kind of important.
It's fully important. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, that's pretty important. That's fair.
Well, right now with the AL Central standings, we have the Cleveland baseball team in last place. They lost a game earlier to the Royals. They got shut out 3-0. They only had like a couple hits. Danny Duffy was looking disgusting out there for the Royals. Speaking of the Royals are first place. They're 3-1 on the season so far. They're tied for first with the Minnesota Twins, who are also 3-1. And Detroit is 2-2. They won the series against Cleveland over the weekend. And the Chicago White Sox are off to a terrible, terrible start because of Nolan's Angels.
Terrible start. It's 1-3.
Are they off to a
They're
terrible
1-3.
start? Oh, did they draw? To a non-playoff team. Oh. I'm so scared.
Real quick. Nolan, you've claimed that you're a White Sox fan this season, so you don't have to root for the Angels.
Oh, I am.
2, we just started talking about don't overreact. The White Sox are going to be fine.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be fine. But we'll talk about it. I was just saying, I wonder why they're 1-3. I wonder what happened. I just want him to elaborate on what could have happened this week. Why are they a 1-3 team? I'm worried about my guys, my White Sox.
They lost the series to the Angels. The Angels are 3-1 to start the year. Great start for the Angels. I mean, I guess. Like I say it's a terrible start now, but obviously the White Sox are going to be fine.
Yeah.
I like on paper they're the best team in the Central, but they just need to produce a lot more. They did face the Angels and they kicked their asses in those 4 games. Like especially Shohei Ohtani hitting that bomb last night. Oh my lord. Oh my god.
I will. Oh. There's gonna be I have a statement prepared on the state of that. It's kind of like a State of the Union address, the state of the Shohei Ohtani address.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
You need to like fully at the camera, mic up, like.
100%.
You have to.
Yeah.
No.
We need to see that.
Yeah.
YouTube needs to see it.
I pledge allegiance to my Shohei Ohtani jersey back there.
I'll salute you the entire time that you give it.
Also,
hold on. We can talk about the White Sox part first. What was that?
Can we get a salute? Can we get a salute to the home run leader in the MLB, Whit Merrifield with 3 home runs. He had another tank today. He had a 2-run shot against Logan Allen today. So
we can do. I think we can do one collective single clap for Whit Merrifield. 3, 2, 1. You guys suck.
But Whit Merrifield's been going on for the Royals. Michael A. Taylor, who you guys been shitting on me before the season started, he is off to one hell of a start, I must say. And the White Sox, I would say, Yerman Mercedes is absolutely raking. I think he was 8 for 8 to start the season. Something like that, like one of the best starts like in the modern era. Who else? The Tigers? Who's hot for the Tigers? You got Candelario.
I don't know how you say his name.
Akil Baddoo hit a home run on his first pitch that he saw.
Yeah. He had a grand slam today. Yep. He has 2 home runs already.
Yeah, he had a home run on the very first pitch he ever saw in the big leagues.
Wow. Get him a top now card.
That video gave me some goosebumps right there, man. I was watching it. His dad's jumping up and down in the stands. Super cool moment.
Did you guys see the flip too? The bat flip was the best. Oh my god. Give me a Tops Now card of him right now. Now.
He'll got one.
Probably.
Oh, hell yeah.
We already got Yerman Mercedes already getting one. They already released the Tops Now card. I assume Michael Taylor's going to get one.
I hope so. I definitely hope so.
Yeah, this division saw some interesting performances this week.
And another Tiger who should get a Tops Now card is your boy, Mick. Matthew Boyd. He was stealing on opening day. He was absolutely dealing. I was watching that game. Oh my god. He was disgusting.
I don't like you comment. So if you're listening and you don't know, in my opening day hype preview video, I said Matthew Boyd's probably the worst opening day starter out of all the opening day starters. And then he must have heard it because he dealt against a terrible offense in the Cleveland.
5 and 2 thirds. He almost struck out more batters than he gave up hits to. He almost had 3 whole strikeouts in a rout of the Cleveland baseball team.
In route of one of the worst offenses in baseball.
Yeah.
In snow.
In snow.
Bottom 10 offense, in my opinion.
No, I like their offense. Bottom 10 bullpen and pitching staff.
Yeah.
Probably bottom 2. But
who else? I can't remember who else did really well. Candelario was really hot. I think he was like 3 for 4 in game 2 over the weekend, which is really crazy. Who else is really good? I think Akil Baddoo is definitely going to get a Topps Now card. And I'm not excited for that Yerman Mercedes moment. I'm not sure about you guys. That's going to be really shitty.
Well, not to steal your thunder real quick, but talk about a Topps Now moment. Byron Buxton ruining a combined no-hitter with an absolute bomb over the weekend for the Twins.
Yep.
He hit back in the first 2 games. He hit back-to-back bombs. So the Twins are off to a hot start.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about the Twins opening weekend. I didn't pay attention to them much.
Jose Barrios fucking dealt 12 strikeouts over, I think it was 7. No, I didn't 6.
I think it was 6.
With like 8.
Yeah.
He got pulled with a no-hitter and 12 strikeouts with less than 90 pitches, and I was so upset about it, man. Let him go for the 7th.
We knew it was going to happen, though. We knew that shit was going to happen.
Keep him under 100. I mean, Shohei Ohtani is fucking glass bones Greg over here, and he pitched he pitched 95 pitches, 96 pitches last night. So it's not. I don't know, man. In that situation with a no-hitter on the line and he's dealing.
That's true.
Yeah,
I would love. But like, shout out to former podcast Thune. He's been tweeting about it a lot, which is why I know about it and saw some of the highlights. But kind of like he said, Barrios obviously always starts out super hot and kind of loses it in like June, July. So we'll see if that happens. But if he continues the way he's at, like obviously he's got that Cy Young caliber talent, like everyone always says.
I'd like to see him keep going because he needs Kenta Maeda, especially at the top of that rotation. They need that definite 1-2 punch. Yeah. And I think Barrios could be that guy, like we were talking about with Thune a couple episodes ago. But that's the only thing I've really heard about the Twins, like over opening day weekend, was Jose Barrios and Buxton.
I think he had 2 home runs. I think I don't think he hit 3. He hit 2, right?
Yeah.
Everybody got 2. Unless your name's what's his Whit Merrifield, you don't have 3.
The Indian.
Yeah, Buxton looks like a stud. Nelson Cruz hit 2 home runs today and put up 10 total bases, I think. Yeah, so Cruz is looking. He didn't too good in the Brewers series, but he looked good today. Where's that man at? Where's Buxton?
Bro, Aaron Judge is about to hit the 2nd grand slam of this game for the Yankees.
Let's go.
Oh, dude. I wouldn't doubt it.
We're at 7-0. The bases are loaded for the Yankees, and Judge is up.
Do it for my fantasy, Judge.
Byron Buxton is 3 for 8 currently with 2 runs scored, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts with 1 stolen base.
Oh,
so he's pretty good performer for him. I am very excited that he's looking good. I think he's day-to-day right now, though, so he might have gotten hurt in true Byron Buxton fashion.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I know he's day-to-day. He didn't play today. I don't know if he's actually hurt or if it's just, an off day, but
if he could stay healthy for a full season, I wouldn't even know what to expect from Buxton. He would just go crazy. Like with the power he has and all the speed and everything. He would, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at the power I'm seeing from him. Like, I've always thought of him as just a speed demon because that's what he was for so many years, and he looked like a big bust.
He did look
huge,
like
monumental bust. I gave up on him like 3 years ago. And then last year he looked really good, and now this year he's off to a hot start. And that's huge for the Twins if he produces.
It is, especially with Donaldson out now. I think Donaldson's still out.
Oh my God, dude. Donaldson, we didn't talk about this. Literally first plate appearance of the season, and he hits a double and gets hurt just running. He didn't do anything. He didn't even twist an ankle. He didn't
he didn't fall or anything. It just happened.
He just running to second base, and all of a sudden he jumps and starts limping, and I'm like, what the fuck did you do? Where did that come from?
Obviously he didn't do his stretches before the game.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough. Man.
But
pretty interesting week from the Central.
Oh yeah, the AL Central was absolutely crazy. One more thing.
Royals, Rangers.
I was just gonna say one more thing about the Indians. I can't believe Detroit actually got to Shane Bieber that easy in the first game on opening day. I mean, it was really just Miguel Cabrera in the first inning, but I mean, the fact that Bieber still got 12 strikeouts proves that he is an elite strikeout pitcher. But the Tigers proved that if you can score early off of Bieber, you're going to beat him, even though he gets struck out a lot.
Yeah, kind of like a Chris Sale type. Chris Sale doesn't always have, a sub-3 ERA, but he always has close to 300 strikeouts every year.
Yeah.
So,
what, Mick? What happened?
Mick?
No. Okay. So I had to turn my phone on to the game because I wanted to see him go live. I wanted to see him go deep live. The count is 3-1. It's such a fastball count. He's done this all weekend. I don't know why. He gets a 94-mile-an-hour fastball right down the dick. He doesn't
right
swing.
Through it. I saw it.
No, he didn't swing.
I saw it.
That one he didn't swing at.
Oh, I saw the one he swung at.
No,
I just intense.
No, this is happening right now, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Oh, he just missed it.
Yep.
Oh wait, it's foul. Oh, you're good.
I need to get
about the one that went to right
here.
field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm slightly ahead of you, but Nick, what I was gonna say, dude, that Royals and Rangers might have been the most exciting series of the weekend.
Yeah.
Because literally the Royals and the Rangers pitching is so bad and their offenses are good enough to put up runs that literally, I think opening day, I think the Royals put up 5 in the first, or the Rangers put up 5 in the first. Then the Royals put up 6 in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, we answered right back. Yeah, we answered right back. And it was just back and forth the whole game. The pitching was so bad. I was talking to Angel a little bit throughout it. And we were like, what the hell's going on? It was just terrible.
Well,
yeah, but I'm sure it was fun to watch. He struck out, I saw.
Yeah. No, if you won't see the highlights of it, so he struck out on a fastball right there. So
and he's 2 for 2 today. That sucks. He's on my fantasy team, dude. I need Aaron Judge to play well.
Yeah, so also, I wanted to live react to that, so now I'm a little upset.
Here's a fun fact for you guys. Nate Lowe, the guy that the Rays traded away to the Rangers, he drove in 9 runs in that series.
Really?
He drove in 9. He drove in 9 runs in the series.
465-foot home run yesterday.
Yep.
Not to be outdone by Tatis Jr.'s 470-foot blast yesterday, but or Shohei Ohtani's 115-mile-per-hour home run. But
Nate Lowe was pretty cracked in that series, though.
Nate Lowe is at 10 RBIs, leading the league, 1 ahead of your boy Whit Merrifield.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
No, that series was ridiculous there.
Yeah, the first game, I was shitting my pants in the first inning. I was like, "What the hell is going on, Brad? Come on, just get it took,
get it out."
Yeah, it took so long to get a goddamn out, and then Benintendi made that nice play in left field, and then Taylor threw it the runner at first, or not at first, at home plate.
Wow, that was a nice play.
This is kind of the state of both those teams, though. They're both really good offensively, like potentially underrated offensively. But their pitching is just so bad that it's going to take them out of contention.
Yeah, it was just
a lot of those guys are really scrappy, young dudes like David Dahl or Michael A. Taylor, who are just kind of hitting because they're protected in that lineup.
Yeah,
and they're not going to get an opportunity to do anything unless they sign Shane Green. Still available.
I would love for the Royals to get Shane Green, like with Barlow and Davis and Holland in that bullpen. I would. I don't know what I would do.
Wade Davis looked good.
Oh, Wade Davis was. Oh my God, the nostalgia from that inning that he pitched. I teared up a little bit at the end. Not gonna lie, I was really happy.
When Kirk went down, I picked him up in fantasy because I had to. I had no choice. I can't be no choice. Yeah. That was like the Nick Theriault move, dropping an injured Jose Leclerc to pick up Wade Davis.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Royals players on my fantasy team too. I have Scott Barlow and I have Josh Stamont, and I also have I think I have Witt and I think I have Soler as well. But I mean, call me biased, but like they're good players.
Yeah.
What bias? Yeah. I don't feel any bias. Really this week. Are there any from the before we move on to the NL Central? Are there any other big takeaways from the AL Central?
I'm trying to think. Obviously, the White Sox are going to be a lot better. Obviously.
Yeah, and the White Sox are going into Seattle right now, which Seattle's kind of hot, but obviously they're a beatable team. And especially that, my main problem I saw, obviously watching every single one of those games as an Angels fan, Their bullpen, they're relying on the wrong guys. Aaron Bummer's been lights out for them, and they won't let him, they won't bring him in for big situations. They're playing the matchups in such, literally every time they tried to play a matchup this week, they gave up a home run. Cody Hewer came in twice for a matchup and gave up home runs in both of them. I can't even remember the other guys they brought in. And I'm like, you have better guys out there. Kopech looked good. Crochet looked good. You can bring those guys in. You don't have to rely on these. And then Liam Hendricks could have pitched that ninth inning last night, but instead he gives up a walk-off home run to Jared Walsh.
Yeah, Matt Foster was the guy who gave up the walk-off.
Yeah, it seems like I'm not going to sit here and say Tony La Russa is a bad manager. He has a World Series under his belt, whatever, but I don't know. It seemed like poor managing of the bullpen. I feel like they could have gone in better. They could have been more competitive.
Yeah, for sure.
Terrible.
Their
defense looked just
just like real quick. Like I think because so many people are like, "Oh, La Russa's gonna be a terrible manager," all this stuff. He's probably relying too much on the analytics right now. This the matchups, like you said. He's probably just going with whatever that says, so that people don't shit on him for not doing that. And now, like we kind of always say, you got to have like that balance. And right now, for him, I think he's like 76, hasn't managed in 10 years. Like he's got to find.
I thought he was like 80. I thought he was like 80 years old.
He looks like 80, but I don't think he is.
No, he's 76. They showed the graphic. I think he's like the oldest manager in baseball history or something.
What was that guy's? Oh, I think maybe was it Connie Mack who was 87?
Yeah, it was 87.
I so.
Yeah, I saw that graphic on the game last night.
Yeah.
Literally everybody was watching that White Sox Angels. That was such a good way to kick off the season on Sunday Night Baseball.
It was nice. I just wish it wasn't like I know a lot of people were complaining about A-Rod, which is always going to happen, but.
Oh yeah, he sucks. But Matt Vasgersian, dude.
Oh yeah,
absolutely love it.
He's great.
He sounds so good.
All right, do you want to go on to the National League Central?
Yep. Yeah, that's all I got for the AL Central.
Just real quick, like the Cubs and the Reds at 2-1, and the rest of the division at 1-2, just perfectly sums up this division.
Yeah, it really does.
Like that's just how it's going to be all year long.
It's just going to be a battle for whoever's not last.
Yeah, it's all about 82 wins, and you're going to be a playoff team in this fucking division.
Yeah.
Well, sure. I don't know, dude. Honestly, I would kind of want to let Nick go here because I have a lot of hot takes from what we saw this week. What do you got, Nick?
Well, first up in the division, you got the Chicago Cubs. They're 2-1. They won the series against the Pirates, even though they lost the first game. Pirates looked impressive in the first game, not gonna lie. And Craig Kimbrell, he's actually looking like he's back to form. I think he's 2 for 2 in save opportunities, and he's got like 5 or 6 strikeouts in both outings, combined. So if we could see that all year from him, that would be amazing. Because I loved Kimbrell going through the 2010s. He was just the elite closer of the past decade. In second place, you got Cincinnati. They're 2-1. They absolutely destroyed the Cardinals yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. But yeah, Nicholas Castellanos just got a 2-game suspension just for getting hyped up at the plate after scoring a run, getting hit by a pitch. That pissed me off so much. That pissed me off so much. Yeah. And the fact that he got a 2-game suspension for that, and the Orioles didn't, and not the Orioles. Why do I keep saying the Orioles? The Astros never got a suspension for 2017 at all. That it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, Rob Manfred, please do better.
Well, it's stupid because, you know how hard it is for me to justify baseball being the best sport in America with that kind of shit happening.
Yeah.
Like basketball, like someone posted this on Twitter. It's like that happens in basketball every night. You see LeBron all the time, just staring him down, being like, "Yeah, that's right. I made that shot." He didn't get suspended for it. Dude, there's no reason. I posted on Twitter. What rule did he break?
None.
Show me what rule he broke.
He incited it's because of COVID. He incited a brawl, which goes against COVID protocols.
That's just their cover.
Did not. There was no reason to have a brawl. If anything, Yadi Molina is just as responsible as Nick Castellanos is.
Yeah.
Molina got up in Castellanos' face to tell him not to do that again.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
When it comes, and I agree. I wear my mask. I social distance. I couldn't be in the large numbers that they are right now. And if you're gonna ignore all the COVID protocols, you can't have it both ways.
You
can't ignore
every 40,000 people in their fucking stands.
You let them have 40,000 people, the entire dugout and the entire staff. Very rarely do I see anyone wearing a mask properly or actually distancing from themselves. After they hit a walk-off home run, they're celebrating. After they literally, you can't have it both ways. There's no way.
And it's not like they're like obviously they have to take at least one test a day. It honestly might be more than that. To make sure they can get away with that. So it's not like they're just spreading COVID and not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
But
I imagine they get like one or two.
You can't have a full packed house in Texas and allow it, and then not allow that. Like, it's dumb as shit.
Suspend a guy for that.
It's bullshit, man.
There's no reason for suspension there. I understand if he comes out throwing punches or swings a bat at somebody.
Oh yeah.
But if he's literally he didn't even throw a punch. He had his hands behind his back. He was having a full-on conversation with Yadier Molina, being like, "Hey, man, I didn't mean any disrespect by it. I'm just trying to get my team fired up," and it fucking worked. They won 12-1 that game, and they won like 30. They fucking kicked their ass.
Yeah, and he pimped a home run too in his next at bat. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The next day, it's
next game. Sorry.
So good for baseball. It gets views on YouTube. It's literally everybody wants to see it. John Boy did a breakdown of it. 1.2 million views. People want to see this shit, and you're actively taking it out of the game of baseball and discouraging it.
Exactly. Get rid of Rob Manfred. Get rid of Rob Manfred.
1.2 million views, and you were like, "This is a bad thing."
Yeah. I was literally going through John Boy's stuff today, and I'm like, every other one of his breakdowns that were exciting stuff, like a walk-off home run, and they all have like 200,000 views. People want to see this shit. They want to see people getting fired up. They want to see them passionate about their team. They want to see them fighting for, their teammates. And you're just going to actively discourage that. It's one of the most exciting parts of baseball. Literally, if you ask a football fan what the best part of baseball is, they'll be like, I don't know, if a fight breaks out, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I know you don't want fights, but market it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Bat flips.
Do those cool camera angles you have on the home run? Do that on the fights. Wouldn't that be dope?
That would be sick. I would watch that all day, man.
God, man. Like hockey, they literally market the shit out of fights.
Yep.
Every time there's a fight, it's oh my god.
Yeah, I mean with hockey, they all have gear on, so it makes sense.
No, but like he's saying, just like let the emotion market itself. Don't discourage it. And that's why when Nolan was like, "What rule did he break?" I was like, "Oh, he broke the rule of not having fun in baseball," because apparently that's a thing. It's absolute bullshit.
Yeah, it is bullshit, man. And I'm just sick of seeing that, like seeing all that stuff get like just fucked up.
We got Stanton at the plate now.
I don't know.
See if he goes deep again.
Oh, do I have Stanton? I don't think I have Stanton on my fantasy team. I think it's just Judge.
I don't know about any. I almost picked him, but I had Judge on both my teams, so I couldn't justify picking both of them because that's just asking for it at that point.
Yeah. Immediate injuries if you get both of them.
Oh, that was his first hit. You're right, Nolan. That grand slam was his first hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he had another one. All right, what else do we have for the NL Central besides that? Well, the Reds Cardinals series. What happened in it?
Other than that, we got the Brewers, the Pirates, and the Cardinals all tied for last, 1 and 2 each team. I don't really know what to say about these teams because I didn't really pay attention to them a lot. Obviously, Corbin Burns was dealing against Jose Barrios and the Twins. I heard there was like a combined of like 20 plus strikeouts between both teams, which is really crazy. 23.
2 starters, 23 strikeouts.
That's insane. Yes. Obviously, we're high on Corbin Burns.
Nick's or not.
Corbin.
Nolan's not. Yeah. I tried to get him to. I tried to convince him.
I drafted Brandon Woodruff for my fantasy teams, and Corbin Burns is pitching circles around him, dude. I can't have that.
Yeah, for sure.
The most hittable pitcher in MLB The Show. I suck at MLB The Show, and I can still put up 14 of them.
That's a cold ass take right there.
No, it's not.
Hello?
Sorry, my headphones just cut out. I don't know why.
Okay, yeah, that was weird. I was like, oh shit. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, all I know about the Brewers that I can't hear Nolan now.
No, yeah, I can't hear you, Nolan. Nope.
We can't hear you, buddy.
Nope.
We can't hear you.
All right, we'll let him figure it out. Nick and I will talk about the. Now we can hear you. Now we can hear you.
There he is.
Okay, that I literally didn't do anything different.
I can't remember what I was gonna say. I just wanted to say that Corbin Burns, if he keeps that up, man, he's easily a Cy Young candidate in the National League. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. He was crazy last year. He definitely has the momentum riding him.
Well, the thing with the Brewers this series is their pitching was absolutely dominant, which we knew it was going to be until I think the last game where the Twins put up a few runs. But against a very good offense, they looked really good. Hader looked back to form. Obviously, Burns looked great. Woodruff didn't look amazing, but he didn't implode or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that bullpen dude is absolutely scary out there. And if Burns and Woodruff can pitch like a solid 1-2 punch, their offense just needs to come through, which it did in game one. I think they ended up coming back down by 3 in the ninth.
Yeah, they won 6-5 in that game. Yeah, they scored. They scored 4 in the ninth, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
What's next? We got the Pirates next. They won. They beat the Cubs opening day. I was shocked. I thought they were gonna get swept. Honestly, I don't know what to say about the Pirates, to be honest. Key Brian Hayes, the bright spot on that team, obviously.
Oh,
you saw he got hurt, right?
Until
yeah, I think he hurt his wrist or something like that. What else do we got? We got the Cardinals, who are last here on MLB.com, but obviously they're gonna pick it back up. They got Goldie, they got Arenado. They're gonna pop off soon.
Game one, Carlson and O'Neill went deep, so two of their young outfield prospects. Yeah,
they looked really good in the game one for sure.
Arenado hit his first home run. Goldschmidt hit a home run, but they called it back, even though the replay clearly showed it was a home run.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dumbest replay ever.
That was really stupid. But that's all I have for the NL Central. Overreactions. An overreaction for the NL Central would be that the Cardinals are going to be just as bad as the Pirates, but obviously that's not going to happen. They're probably going to take the division with the great lineup that they have going. I'm just getting spammed messages from Jester Chris right now. Obviously they're going to take the crown in the Central. I think we could all agree on that. It would be a debate between them and maybe the Cubs. That's kind of a hot take.
I think the Brewers have a chance. I would just say, I think
right.
Nolan tweeted out that the Cubs were a 5th place team. I think that's an overreaction from this weekend.
I legitimately am close to thinking that, honestly. Only because the Pirates looked so good until I tweeted that, and then it kind of flipped it over. So you're welcome, Cubs fans, for jinxing the Pirates for you. But no, my overreaction, the Cincinnati Reds looked the best team in this division this weekend.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Their offense was ridiculous. The worst pitcher on their team was Luis Castillo this weekend.
And that was opening day.
What the hell? Oh, I guess Cam Bedrosian you could argue. But Luis Castillo gave up 8 runs, I think, in 2 innings, something like that.
Worse than Brad Keller and Kyle Gibson.
No, it was wild. And their offense looks really good because it kind of looks like the offense should have looked last year. And they have a lot of these young prospects who are doing well. Aquino hit a home run. Fuck yeah.
Yep. Future stars.
Yeah.
Future stars for 3 years.
Give him some playing time. Let's see what happens.
Fair.
So yeah, that's my overreaction in this division.
What
do you got, Mick, as an overreaction?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch a ton of the Central games.
That's fair.
I think Nick Castellanos has looked really good. I'll say that. I think if Castellanos can like last year, he performed really well at the beginning of the year in the 60 games, and then absolutely fell off a cliff. So if he can be consistent this year, the Reds absolutely have a chance to make the playoffs, along with the rest of that offense, of course.
He was an MVP candidate at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, for the first couple weeks. And in a 60-game season, the first couple weeks is enough of an MVP campaign almost. But yeah, that would be my overreaction would just be that, Nick Castellanos is the best hitter in that division, I guess. Even though we know that's not true. But Nolan, if you want to, I think we should go NL West to AL West. Just save your.
I have a lot.
We'll save your bread and butter there for last.
Yeah, well, the National League West. If you look at the standings, it's exactly what we expected from this first weekend. But the games themselves tell a different story. The Dodgers and the Rockies faced off this weekend against each other, so I'll kind of do a 2-for-1 special there. The Rockies looked like a legitimate baseball team. So
let's
just give them a round of applause for looking like a competent franchise, even if it's just for a weekend. Good for them.
We're saying, and the worst part for the Rockies is that we're saying they look like a competent franchise, and I agree with you. They went 1-3 this weekend, and that was best case scenario for them.
It really was.
At least they didn't get swept. Exactly. At least they didn't get swept.
When I look at these games, they lost 4-2 to the Dodgers yesterday, and honestly, the Dodgers only scored 1 run after the first inning. So if they don't have a bad start from God knows who start, Austin Gomber, the centerpiece of their auto deal.
Yeah. Truman
then they probably win.
Tweeted about that. He was like, "This sucks."
I saw the centerpiece of the Nolan Arenado deal. That's Austin Gomber, centerpiece of Nolan Arenado deal. That's his new nickname. I'm trying to think. Yeah, and then 2 days ago on Saturday, they lost 6-5 to the Dodgers. A fucking nail biter. I think that one. I don't think did it go to extras? No, it almost went to extras. But yeah, they've really been kind of like never say die kind of team. Even against Trevor Bauer, he was throwing a combined. I think he was throwing a perfect game until like the 6th inning, and then a no hitter till the 7th. And Trevor Story goes up the middle. Then Blackman hits a home run. Then Crone gets on base. Then McMahon hits a home run. Then David Price comes in and gives up 2 more home runs. So honestly, they went from being almost a perfect game, being like, okay, let's laugh at the Rockies' pain, to they might win this ball game. And I don't know. I did not expect to see that from the Rockies this weekend. I thought the Dodgers would just steamroll over them. I don't know if the Dodgers maybe kind of a trap game for the opening series, but
just real quick.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Just real quick, we got some breaking news. The Red Sox are actually beating the Rays 5-0 after 5 innings.
Yep.
Sorry, keep going. I had to announce that.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, of course. No, and they also beat the shit out of Clayton Kershaw on opening day.
Good Lord. I just looked at the Twins and Tigers game. Holy shit.
Yeah, the Twins and Tigers game was ridiculous.
15 runs. Now, Kershaw on opening day, 5 2/3 innings pitched. This is 3-time Cy Young stud pitcher Clayton Kershaw, opening day starter for the best team in baseball. 5 2/3, 10 hits allowed, 5 earned runs, 6 runs, 5 earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. 2 strikeouts! This team only struck out 2 times against a literal strikeout fucking Leonardo da Vinci. I almost said DiCaprio. Fucking strikeout artist. And they only struck out 2 of these guys. So super high on what I saw from the Rockies this weekend. I assume it's just going to be kind of it's a big overreaction to have week 1, but
big time.
And then it was a pretty similar story with the Padres and the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks look really good. They almost got swept, but Ketel Marte looks like an MVP candidate again. That is huge for their team. I think Christian Walker ended up going down on a ball in the dirt that bounced up and hit him in the eye. I saw the clip from that. I don't know what ended up coming of that, so I don't know if he's actually out or not. But at the end of the day, the Padres ended up just out hitting them. Eric Hosmer looks amazing. Yeah. Royals legend Eric Hosmer. Tatis Jr. was off to a pretty slow start, and then in the only game they end up losing, he puts up the only run of offense they had the whole game with a 470-foot shot in the last inning. So, and I really liked what I saw from Tatis not pimping that home run. Like you saw that he knew better. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was really good what I saw from the Diamondbacks, and they avoided getting swept. So kind of what we expected. I didn't really expect the Rockies to be able to take a game from the Dodgers, though. Trying to think. There are other teams in this division. The San Francisco Giants. That's the team I forgot. They exist as well. The Giants. Yeah, the Giants. What did they end up doing here? Hold on. Yeah, I think
they're 1-2.
They're 1-2. Okay, so they did end up dropping 2 of 3 from the Padres, the Mariners. So the Mariners actually looked really good this week. They have a lot of young talent, and the Giants bullpen was just absolutely imploding on themselves. I'm pretty sure, I don't remember what game it was this week, but they had like a 6-run lead going into the late innings, and they gave it all up.
That was opening day.
I think that was opening. I think Trevor Rogers,
yep.
Not Trevor Rogers, Tyler Rogers, the one that's like a sidewinder. I think he gave up a bunch of runs, but like they were almost all unearned. If not, they were all unearned. So their defense hurt them a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really get to see too much of that one, unfortunately, because they play at the same time the Angels play, so I don't really get to, have my head glued to the screen for that one. But
Yeah.
let me just looking at the box
Jake
score.
McGee looked pretty good too in a Giants uniform. I know he closed
Jake
at one of those games.
Yeah, on opening day he had a pretty good outing too. Yeah, so what it looks like, it was 5-0 ball game on opening night into the 7th inning. Then in the 7th, they gave up 1 earned run. In the 8th inning, they gave up 6 earned runs and ended up losing 8-7.
Damn.
So, yeah, it's going to be a tough year to be a Giants fan. It was really tough for me that any of these teams are trying to compete, being in that division with the Padres and the Dodgers, because it's just going to be it's going to be a very long year for the Giants and the Diamondbacks and the Rockies. Honestly, out of the 3, I would take the Rockies this weekend. I think they looked like the best team. I think they performed like the best team and held these games close, and almost taking a game from the Dodgers is more impressive than beating, the Mariners.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm more high on the Rockies than the other 2 teams, like offensively. So
yeah, they looked really good. And did you see Raimel Tapia almost make 2 of the best plays I've ever seen in my life and barely miss both?
And they were both home runs.
Yep. This poor guy.
Yep.
Thought he had the first one, and then the second one, that was the most athletic thing. That was Mike Trout in Camden Yards level, like lay out full extension over the fence. And honestly, if his glove was less loose, he probably would have caught it. But
yeah, exactly.
So what do you guys? I'd say my biggest overreaction from this weekend is that Colorado is a 3rd place team. What do you guys think?
I'd have to agree with that.
That's a pretty fair overreaction for this week.
My overreaction would be Fernando Tatis Jr. is the worst defensive shortstop in the league. I think 4 games he's had 5 errors or some shit, which is more than he had all of last year.
Actually?
Yeah, I know he's got 4 errors, 4 or 5 errors already.
It was 4.
Yeah.
It was 4.
But that's an overreaction, obviously. He's just got I don't know if he's got the yips right now, or it's all that money weighing him down. He forgot how to catch. But
honestly, it could be the money thing. It could be
no fucking pressure. Be the best player in baseball, or else.
Yeah.
Literally,
most exciting player in baseball every night for 162 games, or else you're overrated.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd get nervous as shit too. So
yeah, if he's a top 50 player for the rest of his career, he's washed. Like he's a bust.
Oh, he has to be top.
Yeah, top 5 or bust.
He has to be top 10. That's way too much pressure to have as a 20. Was he 22 or 23?
It's 21, I think.
It's 21. God damn it.
Yeah.
Whatever he is, man. Anyways, so Nick, do you have an overreaction for the?
I'd say mine would be the exact same as yours. I can't really think of anything. Obviously, the Dodgers and the Padres are going to be up there at the top for the rest of the season. I'm looking at the standings now, and it looks like exactly the way that I envisioned it to be for the rest of the season. To be completely honest,
I agree with you there. This could it could be this at the on the last day of the season. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, well, I find that the AL West is the easiest division, or not the AL West. Jesus Christ, the NL West is probably the easiest division to predict because you got 2 top teams in the MLB, and then you got the bottom 3.
Yeah, musical 3rd place team.
I mean,
Exactly.
it's easy to like. They're all going to be fighting for 3rd place. No one wants to be 5th place in that division, obviously. But I think it's probably going to be the Rockies in the bottom, and then Diamondbacks, Giants, just like it's listed on MLB.com. So
yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty sure the Rockies pitching looked pretty good this weekend too. I think John Gray pitched a gem of an outing.
Yeah, he pitched really good. He pitched really well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me look at the Rockies real quick on here.
What about German Marquez? I didn't hear anything about him.
I don't think he pitched very good on opening night. I mean, he pitched okay. Good enough to win. Let me see. I was supposed to be looking at the Rockies. Okay. Yeah, John Gray, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's good.
German Marquez, 4 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed, but only 1 earned run and 6 walks.
Oof.
Yikes.
Oh, that's rough.
1 earned run and 6 walks. That's impressive.
I mean, he's got to eliminate the walks out of his stat line, but
This man let 12 people on base in Coors Field in 4 innings and only gave up 1 earned run. That's goddamn impressive.
Dude, the Dodgers are washed. The Dodgers are washed.
That's pretty clutch. That's pretty clutch. But he's got to cut down on the walks for sure.
Yeah. But hey, 1 earned run looks pretty good. He was able to pitch out of trouble. He's the perfect reliever. But we'll take it. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all I got on the West.
National.
Trevor Bauer is not washed up. So, yeah, we can kind of put that narrative to bed, at least to start the season. He looked very, very good in Coors Field on his first start, with the exception of the 2 home runs he allowed late in the game. But, yeah.
It is what it is. I agree. No, and the only reason he gave up those home runs is because Boob Nightingale tweeted that he had a perfect game.
Yep.
So. Boob Nightingale. I don't think I follow him anymore.
Don't. It's a bad follow.
I think I had to unfollow for my mental health.
Yeah. No, there was another thing I had for this division. Completely gone. Not even going to pretend like I am going to remember that. But I think we're going to move over to the AL West.
Yeah, talk about your
final division of the
Angels.
day. You know I'm going to save. The Angels are so sweet, man. It's a dessert dish for us here.
Man,
let's start off.
I saw him on the record. I hate every second of this. I need the Angels to be bad again, so you get put in your place a little bit more.
It's fantastic. Oh, it's fantastic. I'm gonna have a field day with this. The Texas Rangers, 1-3 ball club. Actually, we're not gonna talk about the Rangers because they're not a 4th place team. The Oakland A's. What in the fuck, man?
Oh I know.
8 runs a game from the Astros. 8 runs a game, 9 runs in their last 3 games. Exactly 9 runs. What the hell, man? George Springer's not there anymore. They're supposed to be not as good offensively. Chas McCormick is going deep right now? What the hell? That's not okay.
I've never even heard of Chas McCormick. I'm not going to lie to you.
I've heard of him before.
Yesterday. Yeah, he hit his first Major League home run yesterday against the A's. Jordan is obviously a stud. Alex Bregman looks like an MVP already. Even Altuve is making some plays in the field at least. And Altuve, I think, had a 4-for-4 or 5-for-5 game, something like that the other day. Alex
Bregman.
Yeah,
my fucking problem with the Athletics is they talk all this shit. They're like, fuck the Astros, they cheated, we hate those guys, all this stuff. They're supposed to be in contention with them. They're supposed to have a chance to beat them in the division. And then they play like this against them. What are you doing? Have some damn dignity, man. It pisses me off. They lost to them in the postseason last year. Like, if you're gonna talk the talk, at least crawl the walk. Like, at least try.
No, and none of these games were even close. It wasn't like it wasn't.
The best thing for the Athletics that happened this series is when Bassett hit Correa and the fans cheered. That was it.
Literally.
That was the highlight of their series.
Not gonna. I'm really amazed after that series.
Yeah, no, it looked atrocious.
I mean, it's one bad series. Like, I'm not worried about. I'm worried about the Athletics if they go. Unfortunately for them, they got to go play the Dodgers tonight, which sucks.
I know. I was gonna say, I'm sure they'll bounce back today, playing the best team in baseball.
I don't think so.
They might start the season 0-7. They might start the season 0-7. That's scary.
Oh my god, that would suck. Yeah. Being worse than the Texas Rangers.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, it's a hard schedule. I'll give them that, but you should have at least taken 1 from the Astros. I feel like.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even close. 9-2 yesterday. Where was it? 9-1 the day before. 9-5, the closest game of the series the day before that, and then opening night it was 8-1. So they've put up 5 runs in one game. The other 2 games they put up 2 runs or less. They're basically the Braves with 1 good game offensively. That's tough, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm calling them 0-4 right now. That sucks.
I would not have predicted that.
Yeah.
No.
After one series, they have a negative 26 run differential.
Yep, that's so bad.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh my god. Bad. I mean, I at least thought that they would split the series, but I never imagined it would be this terrible.
Oh, without a doubt.
I feel bad for Seabreath.
Yeah, poor guy, man.
That's fair.
Well, we'll talk about the supposed 5th place team in this division, the Texas Rangers, who arguably had the worst pitching staff this whole week, allowing like infinite runs to the Orioles. Or the Orioles. We're doing the same thing, Nick. Royals.
I do this shit with a couple of amateurs here.
Right, yeah, they're living rent free in our heads. Right? We just can't stop thinking about them.
I can't stop thinking about the Orioles. The Orioles, they make me feel some type of way.
Dude, right? the Rangers have given up just one less run than the Athletics have. Rangers have given up 34 runs, and the Athletics have given up 35 runs. The difference being the Rangers have scored 23 runs, and the Athletics have scored a combined 9 runs.
9.
You couldn't have predicted that the Rangers would be this bad and this good at the same time.
Yeah, for real.
Without a doubt. Well, so the Rangers they're 1-3. They take 1 out of 4 games from the Royals. The Royals just honestly, it was a tale of terrible pitching staffs and good offense. The Rangers offense looked very good. Nate Lau looks like an absolute steal from the Rays. They probably were scared they were going to have to pay him money sometime, so they took him from him. David Dahl looked really good this series. Joey Gallo hit a monster moonshot.
Dude, that hurt me a lot.
That was nuts.
That hurt me a lot.
Gallo, when Gallo connects, man, he's one of the most fun players to watch. One of the most fun power hitter to watch, I'll say.
Agree.
Him and Stan. But, so the Rangers, I think we already knew what was going to happen there. Bad pitching, good offense. So they legitimately were losing 15-10 ball games. I know we joke about that, but it legitimately happens. Yeah. Then the Seattle Mariners looked pretty good. They're very young, and they're a very fun team to watch. I'll give them that, just from the highlights and stuff I've seen from them. Taylor Trammell came up, finally got his first major league hits. Their pitching staffs look pretty good, too. Their closer, Rafael Montero, looked really good against the Giants, too. So I'm pretty high on the Mariners, and they have so many young studs in the minors, too, that are coming out. I'm really glad Taylor Trammell made the opening day lineup, too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, that...
Oh, and Mitch Haniger came back without skipping a beat.
Yeah.
He went to... He was great defensively, too, actually, so... Yeah, pretty exciting team out there in Seattle. I actually might go to Seattle at some point this year, so if I do, I'll definitely catch a game.
You guys suck. I can't leave my province right now. I can't leave my province without quarantining.
Because I might be able to leave, but I'm broke as hell, dude. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna go into more debt to go to the Angels Blue Jays games this week.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
so jealous. I'm so jealous.
I will pay $300 to go to that Shohei Star. I don't care.
That's why he's so good for baseball. That's why he's so good for baseball.
Yeah, I'll empty my fucking pocket for it.
Everyone who's remotely interested in baseball was watching that game yesterday. I feel like that might be the perfect segue.
Yeah. The Angels. The Angels, obviously my favorite team in baseball. It's funny because they played the White Sox. I honestly, at best, expected the Angels to take 1 game away from this series. Lucas Giolito on the mound opening night versus Dylan Bundy. Does not sound like the most flashy matchup, but Dylan Bundy, man, I don't know if you guys saw this game or not. He looked on. He looked very, very on. And I love seeing that for him. Alex Cobb and his start looked really good. The only pitcher I have zero faith in whatsoever on the Angels at this point is Andrew Heaney. He is a 5th best starter at best. He can't do it. He'll literally be a perfect place, have a quality start. He looks great. He has 2 outs in the inning, 2 strikes to the batter, and then gives up a grand slam to Jose Abreu on a hanging curveball. He just can't. Like, I understand it's a lot to ask for a pitcher to legitimately be perfect. You know, don't make one bad pitch to the reigning AL MVP. But yeah, Andrew Heaney looked terrible. I will say, however, the bullpen looked phenomenal this series. The Angels bullpen, except for there was one game where it kind of imploded on itself, but with the exception of that game, Raisel Iglesias looked great on opening night, even though he had a throwing error last night. That, you know, defense, he pitched well last night. He just didn't field well defensively. Tony Watson looked good. We talked about him getting dropped from the Phillies. He's looked good for us. Cishek hasn't looked amazing, but Chris Rodriguez, I am super high on. One of the more exciting rookies in baseball that nobody's going to talk about because he's a reliever. Kind of like a Devin Williams type, but very exciting young arm in the Angels pitching staff. And then, obviously, man, Shohei Ohtani, ridiculous last night. Did you guys hear the crack off his bat last night?
Yeah.
I love that.
Shit ridiculous. I was watching it with my girlfriend. He gets out of the first inning. I'm like, okay, you're looking good. Now he comes up, literally just had like a look in his eyes like, I'm about to fucking murder this baseball. I don't care where you throw it. First pitch fastball up and away, and he takes it deep to right field. Like that, I've never seen. I don't even know, dude. He was so nonchalant too. He just walks up to the plate.
No, I turned so like everyone was tweeting about it and I was busy, so I turned the game on as he's rounding the bases. I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
I did the same thing.
It was surreal live. Like he just walks up and I don't even know, man. I've never seen a more badass just I'm better than you type of home run in my life.
I think he's one of the. I don't know if he's the first player ever. I don't think he is, but he's one of the like it hasn't happened in a long time. He's where a pitcher hit a home run in a game where the DH rule was in effect. That's what makes it so special.
Really?
Because obviously pitchers pitchers have obviously hit home runs before. Like it happens in National League games, not all the time, but you hear about it. The reason it was so special is because it happened in a game where the DH was a rule, which is just so fucking cool.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. Like he's such a special player, and to have him on my team is so fun. Like I don't know what the hell possessed him to go to the Angels, because honestly, if we don't have Shohei Ohtani right now, we are such a boring franchise. He adds so much to the team just having his presence there. Even if he plays bad, just having him on the team is such a blessing right now. Because there are so many other teams that gave him offers. I think he just wanted to play with the best player of his generation. So subtle flex there. But speaking of like amazing ball players, good segue there. Jared Walsh. Walsh was not starting on opening day, mind you. Did not start in the second game of the series, mind you. Comes in games 3 and 4 and just fucking lays it out, man. He had an RBI triple in the first game he played, and then last night he hits a game-tying home run and then a walk-off 3-run bomb with the best pimp job of all time.
That
oh
was
my
sick.
God, dude.
That was awesome.
Yeah. His quote afterward was, I thought it was gone, but then I remembered they have Spider-Man out there in center field who could like obviously rob it, especially in Anaheim because they have short fences. But that's hilarious. It made it look even cooler because he pimped the shit out of it, and then half was like, "Oh wait, he might make a sick catch," and then he was able to run around the bases, which was sick. Yeah.
I will say that short fence comment. I've stood next to those fences. I'm like 5'10" or whatever. I'm maybe halfway up that fence. That shit is massive.
Is it? Okay.
In center field.
Okay.
They make it look so tiny. I swear to God, dude, if I get a full running jump, put my feet into the wall, and jump as high as I can, I could probably barely get a glove over it.
That's crazy.
So that just shows how fucking crazy these athletes are. They make it look easy. But man, I do not think I'm capable of getting my glove over that fence.
Fair.
But dude, I 100% agree. But at the end of the day, it was a walk-off situation. So as soon as he hits the ball, even if he gets out at first base, the run still scores. So
absolutely.
He didn't have anything to worry about. But so the thing about Jared Walsh is he doesn't miss fastballs. Like if you throw him a fastball, it's gone. You just don't throw it. Even Mike Trout was mic'd up, and he literally had him mic'd up saying, "Don't throw him a fastball. Don't throw him a fastball. What's gonna happen?" And then literally, I think he threw him 4 straight changeups, and then he was like, "All right, it's 3-1 count. He's not gonna walk the bases loaded right here."
Yeah.
Fastball. Oppo Taco too.
Jared Walsh saved my fantasy weekend over the weekend. He was my so I drafted Luke Voigt like an idiot before he got injured, of course. And then so I had Jared Walsh. Put him in yesterday. Just thank you, Jared Walsh. Thank you. That's all I have to say. It's hard because I wanted the White Sox to win. I was fully rooting for the White Sox. I was obviously rooting for Shohei, but I wanted the White Sox to win.
So since Shohei's not batting tonight, Jared Walsh is in the 2-hole tonight. That's going to be fun to watch against the Astros. Yeah. No, I'm super excited for Jared Walsh. Such an exciting ball player to have on the team. If Albert Pujols plays any games now, I'm going to be upset. Have him on the bench. He can get some pinch hit home runs, have his goodbye tour or whatever. But Jared Walsh is clearly the best first baseman on our team. And, a solid first baseman around the league. There aren't really a lot of those at this point. I don't know where I'd rank him exactly, but if he keeps this up, man.
He's going to go on a tear.
Oh, yeah. And he could be a big part of this Angels offense.
Oh, absolutely. But, like, one thing I just thought of before we, like, kind of wrap up, we didn't talk about this with the Mariners/Giants series. At first, it was like, I know, like, Pujols went deep on opening day, and he got intentionally walked, like, Buster Posey and Evan Longoria both have 2 home runs right now.
Yeah.
And we're like, and everyone's on Twitter's like, what in the 2014 is going on? Like
2012, actually.
Or 2012, exactly. Like, but that's my point. Like, redemption season, apparently.
Yeah, like, oh man, everybody was going off about that.
That was a storyline this weekend where some of the older players were like got back into it, especially Buster Posey, who didn't play last year, which is cool.
Yeah, he hit a home run his first at bat in like over 365 days. Yeah. So that was badass. And Longoria looked good all spring too, but coming back into the regular season, he looks good as well. So it's an exciting time. The AL West, I feel like, had a lot of exciting games this week, or the Western divisions in general. Obviously, there's one team we haven't talked about yet. I think that's enough. Oh, Max Stassi's also been doing very well for the Angels. Got to give a shout out to my boy, the Stassinator. The Houston Astros are 4-0 right now. They absolutely murdered the A's. Yeah, it wasn't close. Like I said, they have a plus 26 run differential after that series. They failed to put up less than 8 runs every game. So I don't know if that's the A's being terrible or off to a bad start, or if it's the Astros just being that good at baseball right now. Yeah, but it's a really good sign for Astros fans. They look amazing offensively, and their pitching's been pretty lights out too. Zach Greinke had a scoreless outing on his start. Jose Urquidy looked pretty good. I don't even know who's that other young guy they have.
Christian
Javier looked good, but he only had, I think he pitched like 2 2/3 innings, something like that. He had a very short outing, but he looked pretty good in it. And their bullpen's been lights out as well. So it's really scary. This Angels-Astros series is going to tell us a lot about this division. So that's definitely a series to watch this week if you guys are looking for some fun games. Say if you're a Red Sox fan, you don't have any competitive baseball to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I think the sorry, I was lost.
No, you're good.
I think the we talked about this a little bit when we talked about the AL West. Like the Astros, a lot of people are sleeping on them. They are still so good. Like, and they proved that in this first series. Like, if you're still sleeping on the Astros, like, you gotta wake the fuck up, man.
Like, they might be cheaters, but they're still one of the best offenses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, the part of the reason everyone was so mad is because they were a good team without cheating, and now they're not. Hopefully, cheating and they're going off.
And it's the little guys who are going up with it. Yesterday, they had home runs from Chas McCormick and Jason Castro. Kyle Tucker's he just started getting hot the last few games. Yuli Gurriel's looked really good, which I'm very upset about.
Yeah, we hate him on the pod.
I'll never root for that guy.
Yeah, I had to. And it made me cringe, but I had to.
Are you serious?
I had to, bro. With Brian Hayes and Josh Donaldson out, I have to fill that first base, third base slot.
You have to drop him. Get somebody else.
I had no choice.
Go pick up Ryan McBroom. He's good against lefties.
Ryan McBroom, yeah.
So before we round it out, you guys got your AL West. We kind of talked about overreactions a little bit already. I think you could make the argument that the Mariners are like overreaction right now. The Mariners are in the hunt for a playoff spot going into September. I think that's an overreaction right now. Yeah.
It could be a possibility. I consider them a dark horse team.
Yeah, yes, like very dark horse.
Yeah. I think my hot take is that Oakland A's ceiling is third place. Like that's how bad they looked. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think they're still better than the Mariners and the Rangers, potentially, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they're a fourth place team at this point.
Honestly, I kind of want to say the same thing. I want to say the same thing about the A's.
I know they've got to get better, but man, this Astros team needs to cool off quick. I really hope they put up less than 9 runs today. That's
they need to be worse. Who you guys got? Quintana.
Quintana?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I remembered, shameless plug, I did my preview today, so I just couldn't remember. If you want more baseball talk, I'll plug myself and of course Nolan. Nolan's doing the daily recaps of the day before, and then asked to not step on his toes after I kind of took the idea. So we didn't talk about this, but I'm doing the weekly award series on my YouTube, and then Nolan was like, I was going to do the same thing. Fuck you. But so instead of doing a daily recap... What?
These daily recaps are rough, dude.
Yeah.
I'm getting no sleep whatsoever.
No, so
but hey,
So yeah, I'm doing daily previews. So like upcoming players to watch for on my YouTube, McMiller42, and Nolan NMR Sports is doing the daily recaps. If you don't get enough baseball talk, and then of course we do the podcast. I don't know how often we're gonna do the podcast every week. Yeah, it kind of depends on our schedules, I suppose.
Yeah, I'd say once at the beginning and maybe once in the around the middle or something.
Yeah, I'd say we'll get at least one a week at worst. Hopefully, we'll get 2 to 3. We got to figure out our schedules though.
Yeah,
my schedule's super weird at the moment with like how busy work is and whatnot. But we'll get you guys some baseball content.
Oh yeah, we'll make it work. Well, even if it's 2 a.m. next time, like it was when we had True on. We will.
Yeah.
Also, guys, if you're listening to this episode, make sure in the YouTube section or DM us, like comment down below who you guys want to see on the pod. We had a ton of MLB Show content creators. Obviously, this off season talking about our season predictions. Who do you guys want to see though? I mean, every time we ask this, it's always Cougs and Fuzzy. We're gonna need you guys to be just a little bit more realistic than that at the moment.
Kevin God too. Yeah, exactly. He's been in that conversation.
Everyone's like, get Fuzzy on the pod. I'm like, bro. It's not as easy as it sounds.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Yes. I just to prove it to you guys that we'll try. I will clip this, tag Fuzzy, see if we get a response. Yeah, we'll try. But if do you guys have any like last minute thoughts before we head out? I will say just disclaimer: this episode's coming out the day after a bunch of games were played while they were going on. Obviously, you heard us commenting on some of them, so some of this stuff has changed. Maybe the Athletics aren't undefeated or aren't winless.
Defeated.
Yeah, aren't defeated. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. Looks like the Red Sox might actually get a W, which is nice, which is good for them. But yeah, you guys got anything else before we head out?
The Angels are far superior to the Yankees right now, and I'm just gonna relish in that. I'm just gonna, just take a minute, enjoy it, take it all in, enjoy it. So, Yankees are a 4th place team, and the Angels are a 2nd place team. Yeah, just throwing that one out there. Just throwing that out there for you, Mick. You all right, buddy?
Oh, I'm not saying anything. I'm not giving you this win.
All right, man. I'll just take my W and enjoy it.
I have no further comments. Nick.
All right, man. I just silenced this man.
Just go ahead. No, I wasn't gonna say anything. I knew you were gonna talk shit. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh yeah.
The only thing was that Ohtani's good for baseball. He was amazing yesterday. So
yeah, that was awesome.
Your final thoughts before we head out.
The Royals are gonna sweep the Yankees at the end of this month.
Oh my god.
And the Royals are gonna be 2nd place still at the end of this month.
The Yankees will put up 40 runs in that series. 40 runs. I don't even know how many games they're playing. Even if it's a 2-game series, 40 runs.
Thank you.
You'll see. See.
The Rangers made your pitching staff look bad.
Yeah,
the fucking Rangers, man.
Not a good look.
We're still going to sweep you.
My final thoughts, just in case anyone was wondering, before we head out, I'll be a little petty here as I got shit on. I didn't think my final thoughts were going to be roast me. But,
pretty much.
Yeah, I guess that's what I said accidentally. The Yankees will finish higher in the division than both the Angels and the Royals come the end of the season. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe. As always, go check us out on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok at the IR Podcast. And that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.